everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. So today I'll make another video on the same series of knowledge share, and in this video itself I'll just discuss about the topic which is everyone is asking about it, like whether the coding is dead in 2024. Like it's already, we are in 2024 itself and we are almost completing half year, but if we're just talking about like in future aspects or coming 6 months, whether the coding is completely dead or not. So that's a most important topic and everyone is looking for it, and most of the guys are switching from coding and they're just moving to some other domain like a cyber itself. There's a working that the reason is that they are there's having a thought like now as the Gen AI is in a market itself and AI will take over the stuffs, like the Gen AI will take over the job of software developers. They do not like not even a single organization requires a software developer anymore. But that was not true about it. As if anyone asked me about it, like whether this is true, this is not at all be true. Like why exactly a Gen AI can take over the role of software developers itself, and how exactly my views, I just try to get it expressed over here in this video itself. And at the end of this video you can decide like whether you think like software developers job will be taken away or not, and what exactly the actual reason behind it, what are the terms, what are the conditions. On the basis of that you can see that like these everything I'll try my best to get it covered in this video. So let me go ahead further with that. So if we're talking about is coding dead in 2024 itself, if anyone asks you about it, so what exactly, how exactly you can give it the answer for it. So I have made it a multiple categories over here itself. On the basis of that I'll just try my best to make you understand about it, and then like on the basis of the situation only you just try to like think about it whether you are capable enough or not. If you're capable enough and meet the requirement which is exactly be in a future, then definitely you can work in a coding section, but not like that's true about it. Not everyone can work like a coder in later phase itself, but it's also assured like not all the software developers are jobless in future. No, that's not true. So going further with that, if you're talking about no coding is not dead in 2024 and no indication that it will be anytime soon, like that's true about it. Like it's never ever happened. On the basis of the facts I'll talk about, in fact coding and the software development continue to be highly relevant and in demand across various industries. That's true about it. Like as the Gen AI is getting introduced in a market itself, just for the integration purpose, recently I'll give an example for it. I'm just working on one of the project, and in that I just have to get integrate a Gen AI. To get it done with that, I required like some programming code to be in place itself. So if I'll be a developer, definitely it's easy for me. First tech developer is also one of the things when we are making the application, like software like Gen AI can give it intelligence, but the thing is that if you want application to be get it developed, it should be appropriate. It will the things, what emotions and everything you're looking for it, that's creating a problem. Right now it's not so feasible, but the thing is in later phase itself it may be feasible. The Gen AI can provide you the appropriate code or can make a whole application in future as well, but right now that's not feasible. Like if you're talking about like asking a question and get the answer, that's different thing. But if you're asking for a production based application, enterprise based application, it's not so easy for Gen AI to make that for us. So for that multiple brains can be get utilized for it, brainstorming will be done, and then after that the final product will be get released. It's almost like for a bigger organization, for a bigger product, it's almost like 6 months to 1 year itself just to make that product from the scratch, or whatever the version revision they are doing it, they're working a lot on it. So that's not so feasible for AI itself right now, but in future aspects definitely like that may be a possibility if we have reached to that level where we can develop AI to, or I can say that we can train the AI to that level where we can utilize the AI in that context also, we can do that. So coming back to our document, so technology dependency. So as technology continues to advance, there is an increased need of skilled coders. So whensoever a demand in the market of a Gen AI will be increased, the skilled coder also be required over there itself. Skilled labor is also be required over there. So the thing is that to make that stuff working appropriately for you, you require someone to be code for you, so that the thing to be get integrated appropriately, and whatever the dependency over there, so that to be get it fulfilled by the coders only. So we require the skilled coders, not like normal coders. We don't require it definitely in the feature aspects, but if a person having a skilled appropriate coding skills, then definitely that person can be get it utilized. Automation and AI. While automation and AI are transforming some aspects of coding and software development, they are also creating a new opportunities and requiring new types of coding skills. So automation is also one of the thing, and automation along with that AI itself is one of the thing. But the thing is that you require the coders over there. So like it, when you're talking about the automation, definitely you will just reduce the manual work. You wanted that to be get automated. That's it. But to make that automate, and in future aspects, so whatever the new requirement over there, so like once you're done with the automation, it never ever be get it change. But if a manual skilled developer or coder is there itself, then that person can able to recognize like, okay, this is one of the thing we just want to get it added in the automation itself. Like take example, there is a code, we have code A, and you just build it today itself, but after down the line, after 6 months itself, there are a few new features you wanted to be get it in the automation. So definitely you can do that, but your code can't do that. That was the reason behind it. You required a skilled developer over there just to think about it with that analysis. You can make that on the top of it. That was one of the thing. Going further with that, digital transformation. Many industries are undergoing digital transformation, which involves creating a new digital products and services that required a coding expertise over there itself. So that's also one of the, like going for the digital era, we required the coders over there and expert coders over there, so to they can think about it how exactly, like AI can't think about it. You just have to give some input, and then on the basis of that only you get the answer. Like example, if I have to make some project, I have to analyze it first. Okay, what are the things I just have to get it included? Then on the basis of that idea itself, I have to put the queries to the Gen AI, and then I'm getting the answer for it, and I'll just try to make the whole content, and the whole stuff will be working for me. But if you think like AI can think on the behalf of me, okay, this is a problem, and how exactly I can how can solve the problem, or new innovation. If we're talking like new innovation, like new different type of innovation stuff to be get introduced in a market, that cannot be think by a AI very well. Like the whosoever the users, whosoever the developers making it, they just think as an emotion over there itself from the user side, as a feedback itself, they're trying to make the content on the top of it. Right now we are not in that position of from the AI side. We can build that stuffs on the basis of what is beneficial for the user, what is not. But in future aspects, definitely we can make that. That was the reason even in the digital era, I can say that still our expert coders will required for it, just to make the appropriate code over there itself, so that we can build a better application in the market itself, whether it's a Web3 application, so whatever is it as per the requirement itself. So we required the expertise in this field. Software innovation. So coding is essential for creating a new software innovations, whether in AI, machine learning, blockchain, cybersecurity, or other emerging fields itself. As I told you about it, like for innovation stuff, we require the developers. Like software developers are the creators. They think, they just imagine it, they make it an idea, and on the basis of that idea they start working on it, and they build something on the top of it. That we call it as an innovation. So that type of innovation is coming continuously, even like if Gen AI is getting implemented full-fledged, but still we require the innovators over there itself from the human as an expertise, so that they will innovate something, they think some, they insert few ideas about a new innovation stuff, they can they come up with that, and on the basis of that innovative idea, they try to build something like a platform, any tool, any application, they try to build it. For the education and the training, universities, coding boot camps, and the online learning platforms continues to offer programs to train new coders, reflecting ongoing demands in the job market. So that's also one of the important thing. Like if you're talking about like in case of universities, bootcamp, online learning platforms continues to offer programs to train a new coders. That's also one of the, like, right now you are your expertise, you having expertise in one of the programming languages. So like definitely whosoever the person is willing to start learning that stuff in the market, that person definitely have to join some institute or some course itself. So if you are building that content, and then definitely the new coders can learn it from that, the basics and everything about that programming language, and then they can work on it. So that's also one of the field. Other than that, actually with the enterprise, I can say that in a training environment also, in a training institutes or education section also, the coders can work on it, and they can make their content as similar. Like me, when I'm learning something, I'll just try to make the content on it and publish that on YouTube. So that's also coming under the category of the same education section for it. So nothing AI can help me on this. Technology drives the world itself. Though our world is increasingly reliant on the technologies, and the software is at the core of almost everything we do. From website and the mobile application to complex AI systems and the self-driving car, code is essential for building and running these technologies itself. So coding everywhere required, for whether we're talking about the automation car itself, we are talking about the driverless car, if we're talking about the robots, everywhere we require the code, and that code will be made by the coders only. So that was the reason, even if we're talking about the technology drives in the world itself, we required the coders to make that content so that we can do the integration and make, even for utilizing the AI also, we required appropriate coders to be make the code for us. Going further with that, if you're talking about the evolving needs, what exactly evolving needs? As technologies keeps advancing, so to the needs of business and the individuals, new tools and the application are constantly being developed, requiring ongoing coding efforts. So taking example, as the field is innovating every day, evolving every day itself, new innovation will be getting introduced in the market. We require skill levers, or I can say that skill developers in the market itself, so that they can think what are the different type of things we can try. Like take example, if we start working, if we're talking about like previous era of web 2 itself, at the time, I'll talk about, I think 2004 or 5, at the time itself, when Facebook is not released in the market. I think Orkut is one of the social media platform. So someone think about the Orkut, and they build that stuff, and then after that, everyone is using it. They make the friends over there itself. Then a Facebook era started, people are making the friends over there itself. So that is a type of, someone think about it, okay, we required some social media, then they have started working on that section for it. It's similar like their Instagram, people think about it, they have to share their photos, they do not want to share their photos, they do not want anyone to get it copy. That was the reason they going for the Instagram, they put the reels. So these are the things which on the basis of the new innovation is coming in the market itself. As per the requirement, the new innovation will be get introduced, and then the coders will make the code for us and make the users life easy. That is one of the thing I can say, that it's always be evolving. Whatever the demand in the market itself, and whatever the things we're looking for it, we just make our purpose as a coder, our purpose is just to make the life of user or the consumers easy, not difficult. AI collaboration, not replacement. That's a core statement. Everyone have to think about it. So what exactly is it? AI is a collaboration stuff. I can say that, not a replacement. Like if you're talking about any field where exactly the AI is getting introduced, we required some integration over there itself with the AI. Like we required some platform over there itself, we required a code over there itself for the integration, anything over there itself. As per the requirement, we required something to be get integrated with the AI, like whatever the AI, the model training, everything, the data will be provided. We require developers, then only you can train your model, and whatever the new things get introduced in the market, you wanted that to be get it innovate in the market itself. Like machine cannot make the content, we are making the content, we are innovating the stuffs, making that appropriate, and as per the requirement we'll try to get it integrate the AI in those purposes. Take example, if we want a self-driving car, we want driverless car, so in that case if we think about it, AI have not think about it, okay, maybe a users required the driverless car, AI will not think about it. We have think about it, okay, we require a driverless car, then we try to make the code appropriately, so that we try to get to integrate the AI in such a way so that we can make that innovation, make that idea possible. That's one of the thing. We require a collaboration, not the replacement of it. Going further with that, changes in the coding landscape, that's most important. Why exactly? So whosoever the person, a coder is in a market itself, if you are a type of coder, you just simply copy the code and paste it and make that stuff working for you. So in future aspects, definitely you are not exactly be survive. Like if you're talking about the normal level, you can survive, but if you're going for if your graph is going up, if you wanted that to be grow, you can't do that. The thing is that if you're not having appropriate skills of coding, then definitely you can't grow. So these are the things, shifting skill sets. The specific skills required for coding jobs might evolve. While core programming languages like the Python, Java remain important, a growing demand exists for skills in area like cloud computing, data science, machine learning, and cybersecurity. So that is one of the things, skill sets we required that thing. So these things will be over there itself, and from where itself exactly we required it. We required in these fields, cloud computing, data science, machine learning, and the cybersecurity. We required the Python and the Java. We required that. Going further with that, focus on efficiency. So there are emphasis on writing clean, efficient, and the maintainable code. Frameworks and the libraries can help with this, but coders still need to understand the underlying concepts. So you're copying some code from internet itself, but if you're not able to understand that code, there's no mean for it. So efficiency is also one of the things. Focus on the efficiency. You should know what exactly you're working on it. Like making a code is one of the thing, but if you're trying to clone it, or if you're taking a snippet from multiple portion itself and try to make a code itself, in that case also if you're doing it, but the thing is you should have an efficiency to know the thing, whether your code which you have make it's appropriate, whether what you're looking for it, whether you can achieve it, and that should be get it reflected to the next developer also. Like take example, you have make a code today itself and you have left the organization. So whosoever the person is taking care of your code, that person should understand that code. So make sure that you have to make it in the appropriate format with the proper commands, with a clean code. You have to make it. That type of thing is looking for in the future itself. Now rise of low code, no code tools. That's also the most important thing. Like lot of guys are talking about it. Like we have to go with a concept where we are not supposed to make any code. We can make the content, like we have to make that application without writing. Like it's a type of drag and drop, and we can make that stuff working for us without making any code. So while these tools allow some tasks to be done without traditional coding, that's like I can say that there is couple of tools available in the market, so where there is nothing like code you have to make it. You simply have to drag and drop, and you can make that appropriate application or whatever you just want to make it from the scratch. You can make it. That was the reason over there itself there is no code is required, or there is no code expertise is required. They often require a customization or integration with custom code, creating a demand for skilled programmers. That's also one of the thing it required it. So over there also, like even if it's no code is required over there, but still you required for the integration purpose, you required the coders over there itself, and that was expert coder you required to do with the integration. Like example, if you are providing everything as a drag and drop, so at the back side definitely you required something to be in place itself, whatever the modification you wanted for the users to go with this platform itself, you definitely have to make the appropriate content over there, so appropriate code over there itself. So that was the reason behind it. We required a skilled programmers over there just to make that thing working for the user or the customers. So overall the coding landscape is changing, but the need for skilled coders remains strong. That's most important thing. Like whatever is it, but there is a demand of the code in the market. If you have the appropriate skill in as per that programming language, definitely that will excel in future also. Take example, if you are a Python developer, definitely you can utilize your skills in later phase itself. Like I'll be working on Python from so long itself, I know it. Like Python can be get utilized in future aspects also, and it might be possible if few programming language get obsolete soon. It's just because of that couple of ways Gen AI, or I can say that so many tools are available in the market itself who can develop such type of application faster. But if we're talking about the innovation, like even in those programming languages also, innovation is one of the thing. If you have some skill, if you have some innovation in you, then definitely you can utilize your skills in other languages also. So that's all about this stuff. I just want to get it covered in this video. I hope you like this video. Subscribe my channel, and you can provide the feedback in the comment section of this video. And one more thing before closing this video itself, like everyone having a thought like Gen AI will take over every field, like even if it's cybersecurity coding section. I have talked about the cybersecurity coding section over here itself, and I'm sure now you are having a clear understanding on it, whether the coding will be getting obsolete, the coders will have the job in future or not. I have tried my best to get it covered in all the 8 points, which I just try my best. And I think like if you try to go with all those points and try mapping your skills as per all 8 points, and definitely you can able to understand whether you have that skills in those sections or not. If you don't have it, definitely you have to start thinking about some other domain itself instead of coding, as coding in future aspects required expert programmers, not the normal level coders. Okay, so thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.